and now we have the black cards. So before I get into these are all pretty much answer cards or silver bullets. Well, let me go ahead and go through all the cards. They're not all silver bullets, but I'll kind of explain why that might be a problem, or I might not I might feel some type of way about it. So let's take a look at the few black cards. Focusing on the Dark Demon Realm saga. Pretty cool. So Vegeta, just like I was saying way back when, if I can link it, I'll link it here. But Vegeta is, new Vegeta cards were supposed to be released for set 5, so we'll probably be seeing more and more of them. This one is from the Xenoverse / Dragon Ball Heroes saga. It is the Black Masked Saiyan, but it's just Xeno Vegeta. It's just, that's just how I see it. And then Series 5 black cards of Dragon Balls. I mean, we already kind of know about these. These are new cards. Searching on the Dragon Balls. I love the art. I would love to see a foil of this. Like, there's a lot of foils that I would love to see and to have, and hopefully, especially in the World Tournament, hopefully we'll get some cheap cards because of that. But we'll see. Got some new Kami and Dende cards. These are silver bullets. These are the Desire cards, and a new leader. That one's actually pretty cool. I'll go over in a second. A new Goku, new Son Goku Xeno. Love it. New Trunks Xeno, another evolved target. It's a it's a super combo. But I didn't mention it before, but Shenron could not use any super combos beforehand. And now he has access to this one, and I'll also explain that one. This is a very becoming controversial card, but we'll see. So the first one is the Black Masked Saiyan. This is the Xeno Vegeta. I don't know why they just can't name him that. Both sides, it doesn't have it. It's just Black Masked Saiyan. I don't know if that should be, I should find that racist or not. But I mean, whatever, Burst 3. So just like the Masked Saiyan, the original Masked Saiyan, that is, he would have had Burst 3 beforehand, but now it's a thing. So you must place the top 3 of their deck in order to activate the skill, and then draw 1 card because of it. I would love to see something else like, the opponent has to drop 1 card, or this gains critical, or whatever, so that way we can actually have some value on the unawakened side. Like, this is no value. This is like straight up, we're thinning out the deck, and we have to now build the deck in order to get those cards back through Power, Trunks Overseeing Time, Shenron, all these other ones, and do around with that. But now we're just, like I said, we're effectively losing 4 cards and getting 1 in our hand. And with Masked Saiyan, you can build a deck in which you can get critical pretty much every single day or every single turn, and be able to attack with pressure. But now, because it doesn't have a leader, when it attacks a leader card, which is okay, I guess, it's not too bad. So we'll see. He does have access to Gravy, all this other stuff. Switch 2 to active mode is his thing. Activate main. So once per turn, you have to drop 3 cards again. Choose 1 black card with an energy cost 3 or more in your drop area, and then add it to your hand. And this gains 5k power for the duration of the turn. So real quick, I know I am not purposely making this longer, but I want to do what am I looking for? Black, and then energy 3. So we have a lot of different options. So obviously Unrelenting Assault Trunk, you really don't see this in play too much, and pretty redundant as far as that effect goes. Yeah, you can use a Mira, so that way you can drop 1. You can use a Majin. I don't know when you would do that. You can use her, yeah, I mean, you could run red, so that way you can use that combo in order to switch forward to active mode. You could use Dimension Support Trunks, that's a thing. You just have to combo beforehand instead of setting them to warp. Time's Choice, Mira probably won't be able to use that. Gravy, yeah, Gravy's, all these other ones. And I guess it's focusing on the Defender Goku, so that way if this is in rest mode, your opponent's cards cannot attack leader cards, and this gains -5 power. So that's probably what the target was, or this new Vegeta as well. Time Patrol Trunks, Force Ejection, which just had a new ruling we'll go over, and Light's Guide. So I mean, there's a lot of different cards. I know it says 3 or less, so there's different things like Cronoa and things like that you could do. But that's gonna be interesting. I don't know if that's gonna be like game changing or anything like that, but I'm sure people can be pretty creative when it gets to it. And now it's a 20,000 attacker body. Oh, 3 or more. Ah, okay, that changes a little bit. So you could get a few. You could get a few. I completely did not see that one. So I mean, yeah, that makes sense now. That makes sense. So getting the power overseeing Trunks. I think it said. Oh baby, what am I doing in my life? I'm pretty sure it said. Pretty sure it said 1 black card. So it could be. It could very well be Dark Plot as well. It could be World Peace, which is a desire card, which doesn't really affect too much because it has to be a Shenron leader card. It could very well be Shenron. Yeah, Shenron would actually be a pretty cool target. And then Scientist Fu, and all these other ones. So let's just go ahead and move on to the other ones. Where am I? One battle card. Okay, so never mind, no Dark Plot. I'm all over the place today. Adventurous Son Goku. So this one is when you attack a card, it's a 2-drop 10k. Choose 1 Dragon Ball from your deck and add it, replacing the drop area, and then shuffle your deck. If you place a Dragon Ball in your drop area, this gains 10k power and double strike for the duration of turn. So it's a 2-drop that fuels your Dragon Ball. I think this is actually a pretty good card. Now that I think about it, it's a 20,000 double striker for 2, and it's a black, and it's colorless, and we don't know any other wish leaders other than Shenron and Frieza. But in general, because this is black, you can kind of play any color and then fuel your drop area even faster through the leader, through the Bulma, through the Goku. So if we kind of take a look at if we kind of take a look by turn 2 or 2 energy anyway, we can probably have 7 Dragon Balls in our drop with Shenron. So Shenron leader effect, get 2 out of your life or your deck, right? And then Bulma, you get 1 more, and then I'm pretty sure, yeah, I think she's actually in this one. So let's go to it. Yeah, once per turn, choose 1 Dragon Ball from your deck and place it in your drop area. So you can search through your life through Shenron and know if Shenron through your deck. Well, I guess you can do this one first, right? So you can see how many Dragon Balls you have in your deck first. Get 1 of them, that's 1. And then you can know if there's like 4 or 5 more in your deck, or all of them are in your life. And then if most of them are in your life, then you use the next 2 turns to again get it from your drop area or your life area from Shenron, and then get it with Dragon Ball Bulma Seeker Bulma, and then Son Goku right after. And then by that time you should have all your Dragon Balls. The only downside to this one is that and as well as this one is that you don't get the net 1 card for free. So with the effect of Shenron, you can then, I don't know if he's, I don't think he's in here, but you can then actually draw for 0 costs using the Dragon Balls. But for these 2, you literally just don't get any value from it other than having them, so that way you can use your wish mechanic. So pretty cool. That is cool, helps a lot. So these are the beginning of the answer cards, the silver bullets. So Kami, Global Unifier, he is a 1-drop deflect, auto draw 1 card. So just like the Cronoa, they're all giving value for 1-drops and black cards, so that way you can put it in any deck. The reason why they're, well, there's 2 reasons. One reason is why they're black is because it adds value to any deck, so you can sideboard for any deck if you like. And the more black cards and more silver bullets, or whatever you want to call it, that you add in Super Saiyan 3 deck, is the less consistency that you'll flip over for what you want. So for this one, it is activate main for 2 energy. Your opponent has 4 more battle cards in play, so that's a lot. That is a lot. Choose all of your and opponent's battle cards with 4 or less, ignoring barrier, and then KO them. So I don't know what this is an answer to, but it is definitely an answer or an alternative for board wiping other than Zeno. So this is very situational, and it's very much of a thing where you have to pay 3 energy and KO your own battle cards, and you also have to have them have 4 or more battle cards in play. So if they're using energy boost and Majin Buu, if they're using Cronoa to draw, if they're using you know, Goten and Bardock and everything else, if they're even using Apes is a huge target for this one, in which even if they have barrier, it KOs them. If they're using West Supreme Kai, it KOs them, etc, etc. So there's a lot of different things in which now I think I will say about Silver Bullets and answer cards, we need a couple more alternatives as far as like Chain Attack Zeno and different cards like Cold Bloodlust, Crusher Ball, etc, etc. Like the fact that we have so many, like we don't have too many options, is a problem, I feel like. And now that we're getting more and more options is good, especially since we're going into set 6 and 7 next year. We get to slow down not only the production of cards, but the meta itself. And as we get more options, I think it's just good. I think just overall that's just a good thing. But the bad thing is that now the cards that we have to have within our deck are limited in what we actually wanted to design it for. So I think these are all very good sideboard options, and I think they're going to continue to make these. But at the same time, I don't know how I should feel about it. I think this is a good card. Let's just put it that way. I think I need to gather my thoughts. If you feel the same way, if you feel something similar, if you feel like I'm saying something that you don't agree with, let me know in the comments. I mean, I'm more than happy to talk through that. But yeah, let me gather my thoughts as far as all these go. I don't know how I feel about it. But now that we have another option for board clear, I'm happy about that. Now this one is Dende, new to the job, another same exact one. It's a Namekian god, searchable by Gowasu and the other Dende. You can play this card, draw 1 card, just like Cronoa, and activate main, pay 2 energy, so effectively 3 energy if you want to do it the same turn. It doesn't have barrier, so you know they could remove it the same turn, or the next turn, that is. But if you place this card in the drop area, you pay 2 energy, of course. If your opponent placed a card in their energy area using a skill during this turn, during this game, choose one of your opponent's energy and place it to the drop area. So this is interesting in the way of you play this first turn, and then the next turn Super Saiyan 3 uses his skill to do it, and then the next turn you activate this skill for 2 energy and you drop 1, right? That's basically the whole thing, right? But because it says using and this is my interpretation, but if your opponent placed a card in their energy area using a skill during this turn, choose one of the opponent's energy and place it in the drop area. You can do this at any time in the game, because what happens with Super Saiyan 3 is because they have to start out flipping over 2, or they have to skip that, have 8 life, and then place 1 from their hand. So both of them are pretty negative in that way, and it slows them down in that way. It's just that the latter in flipping 2 and dropping 1 for Super Saiyan 3 is that this can drop energy at any time. So that's my interpretation. Again, this is what I think. Again, let me know if you think differently in that. I don't like the fact that this effectively does not help ramp, so for like objection, but yes, we do have an alternative in West Supreme Kai. But then at the same time, now we have green going in with Krillin from the World Tournament and KOing something like that, and effectively removing that. And then as well as this, if they have 4 or more, including the West Supreme Kai, it can board wipe that too. So again, that's why I'm like very in between with these answer cards. I'm glad we have other options, but I don't know how I should feel about it yet. Dark Power Black Mass Saiyan. This guy, Vegeta, is a 5k 1 drop. When you attack with this card, you may add 1 card from your life to your hand. If you do so, this card gains 10k power for the duration of the turn, and when your opponent plays a battle card with 15k power or less with a non-keyword skill, your opponent chooses 2 cards from their hand and places into the drop area. So this is an answer to me. Again, my interpretation is one, black now has, and I discussed, I don't know if I discussed this in my last video or in the deck profile. I'm pretty sure I did it in the top 10 world tournament that I'm coming out with, in which saying all the colors have a 1-drop take life, but black does not. Black is the only one that did not. So set 5 is now providing that and taking a life and getting 10k. So that's pretty cool. I think in a Mass Saiyan deck and any other deck, if you're running Mass Saiyan or if you're running like a black leader in general, I think red is better. And that's just how it's designed to be, especially if you're aggro. But this is good as far as for any deck to be able to take life and an attack. So it's pretty cool, pretty cool. Also, Demigra now has an awakening option, so pretty cool. Yeah, so for the second part is that is probably a direct answer to Chain Attack Zeno. So this is very specific in saying it in what it does. So it's saying if 15k less, okay. So when your opponent plays a battle card with 15k or less using a non-keyword skill. So what that means is that swap does not count against this. So if they wanted to, what I would say is that if they wanted to make a silver bullet against Goten, is that this would be 10k less power, but then that would also be hitting the other swap decks or the swap mechanics as far as that goes. This is more again for Chain Attack Zeno, in which you have to drop 2 cards and place in the drop area. So what happens is that when someone plays Chain Attack Zeno and this one is on the field, they're most likely not gonna do it because the turn player, as autos resolve, the turn player in which the Chain Attack Trunks is, or Chain Attack Zeno is, has to resolve first, and then this auto goes into pending, and then when they draw 5 cards, they have to drop 2, because this 15k power is targeting the Zeno, and it's pending after Zeno's goes off. However, what I would say is that when, and we're gonna have to get the ruling. We're 100% gonna have to get the ruling. But the thing is about this is that Zeno also negates all different battle cards, right? But the other thing, well, okay, I'm right on that. So Zeno negates all other battle card effects. So does it negate this one as well? That's the issue. And Chain Attack Trunks is not the one that's being targeted because it's being played and his auto is going off on their turn, and then Zeno's auto is resolving on their turn as well, and that is the 15k. Again, that's what is being targeted as. But because Zeno is negating all battle cards on the field, which this one has to be on the field for the auto go off, is it going to be negated? Like this doesn't even matter at that point, right? I don't know. Okay, listen, this is just what I'm saying. This is the reason why I'm like, answer cards and silver bullets are just kind of silly sometimes. Just like, you have to understand, like, if you're gonna come up with these things, come up with the rulings first, and then we're gonna take a look at the rulings as well. But yeah, that's just, I don't know. I just don't like that. I really just, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Deli Defender Son Goku. He has a barrier 3-drop, and I kind of discussed this already, but during your opponent's turn, if your leader card is black and this card is in rest mode, your opponents can't attack leader cards, and this gains 5k power, or negative 5k power, so it's a 15-drop instead. So I think this is good for 1 turn, because then by turn 3, especially in this meta, if you're going to be playing meta with Shenron or whatever, because it's going to be Shenron, it's going to be Demigra, it's going to be Trunks, is going to be Mass Saiyan, etc., in which this one applies to. I don't know. I don't really see the use of this card. It's just like whatever, just like whatever. Like I don't think this should have negative 5k power. I think this should have been just stayed at 20k and it would have a lot more value. The barrier is really good though. I really do like that, and this is designed for Shenron because Shenron literally cannot attack, and it has to do everything it can to defend itself because it's just sitting there like just dying. So yeah. Temporal Rescue Trunks. This is the one that I was saying if you have 5 or more in your drop is the option for Shenron, in which you draw 1 card in super combo. Power Burst. This is a cool card. It's finally finally got a full power Roshi, by the way. If you let a card is black, negate the attack, and then choose up to 1 battle card within the drop area or warp with the energy of cost of 1 and add it to your hand. So I'm guessing it's going to be any of these answer cards. It's going to be this card. It could be Cronoa. It could be any other card. But pretty cool that it has that additional effect. We got 2 Roshis now that are counter cards, so that's pretty cool. And then Sparking 5, if it you can activate this counter skill from your hand by adding a card to your life, from your life to your hand, and without paying the energy cost. So this does not. This and this are 2 different things. So you can have 5 different cards in your drop area, and then activate this counter by paying a life. So cool for Self Awakening for any deck. Dragon Radar, awesome art. I haven't like. There's only a couple different things that I have a playset of foil of, like or like event packs. Like my androids, like I'm working on the playset for foil for that one, but this is probably going to be a playset of foil for me. I think this is really cool looking, and just it's Bulma. Like, come on, it's original Bulma, it's OG. Activate main. Oh, choose 1. To look at the top 7 of your deck, choose up to a total of 2 Dragon Ball or Desire cards and add it to your hand. So now we have a couple Desire cards as well that we can look at, and then choose a total of 2 Dragon Ball or Desire cards from your drop area and add it to your hand. So you can either look for your top of the 7 in the deck or at the drop area for 1 energy, and it's a really good opening hand sort of card. So probably a 4 of in any Wish mechanic deck. Now the Dragon Ball cards, where we kind of already went through these. New card is Shenron, draw 1, and then you can only have 7 basically. Child's Wish. Now we have and this is so. I'll go through these and I'll kind of explain what I think the other Wish or Desire cards are going to be. But if you lead a card as a Shenron card, choose 1 of your battle cards in your drop area, and with 15k or less power of 15k or less power and an energy cost of 3 or less, and play it. So you pay for 2. And if we look at Shenron, well, let's go over here. Well, actually, product. Let's go over here real quick. I don't know if it'll show. Actually, yeah, let's go strategy. Real quick, like. Okay, same thing. Okay, whatever. If there are 7. Okay, yeah. So 7 Dragon Balls, you choose 1 drop. And I don't think. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to see. Here we go. Okay, so for Shenron at least, you activate main for his sort of thing, basically. Okay, yeah, activate main for his leader. I'm like so off this morning. Choose 1 Desire card from your hand with an energy cost less than or equal to your current energy, and then activate its main skill. So this, in my opinion, or in my interpretation, is that you can, as long as you have the energy in your energy area. So if you have 3, you can activate that 2 that we're just talking about, and if you have 3 in general, if you can activate that 3 for free, and you can just use that activate main skill, which is pretty damn cool now that I think about it, because the it's cool in the way that it's just like Shenron. Like, I get it, it's designed that way. It's cool in the way that it's just like Shenron, that it's reviving something. So like a 15k or less of power. It could be anything. I mean, if you really want to play Gotens, go play Gotens, but it could be anything as far as, like, of course it can be any of these cards, like these black cards. If you really wanted to, you can do the Time Trauma Mass Saiyan to Awaken if you want to, but it's going to be Awaken anyway. But, or take cards from your life, wouldn't be Awakening for the Shenron. It could be Sneak Attack Vegeta. It could be Focus Mind Piccolo. It could be the preface of Discovery Goku, and then when you play the card, you choose 2 energy and switch to active mode. It could be the test of strength. Wait, needs a world tournament leader. Forgot. It could be Cell. Needs Android. You get what I'm saying. And I mean, there's a lot of different things. You could play Fearless Pan. Obviously, you don't get the double strike with the red leader. You could be Burst Attack Gohan. There's a lot of different cards in which you can do and use. So I mean, this card in general kind of opens up a lot, and because it's only 2, that's just wild. That's pretty tight. I like that. And then World Peace is that it's the same exact thing. And you lead a card, a Shenron card, so that's, you have to play Shenron. Same thing for this one. Don't know the Frieza ones. Oh well, the Frieza does have Shenron as far as its character trait, I believe. Choose 1 battle card from your drop area with energy cost less than or equal to your energy and play it. So very cool. Very cool. I like that design. I like how that is. Might get out of hand as far as people giving different things, or using the desire card for different things, but we'll see in the future. I was gonna go ahead and do this in one entire video, but I think I'm gonna break it apart in 2 different videos. So that is really it for this one, for all the answer cards, all the blue black cards, all the silver bullets and stuff like that. So definitely let me know what you think. Like, dislike, comment, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in the next one. Later.